guys, I'm Alicia with Gian Gonzalez, and I have here Gabe, our service manager. And today we're going to go over a couple pre-ride checklists for the dirt bikes and also a couple maintenance tips. So stay tuned.
Hey everyone, my name is Gabe Schofield. I'm the service manager here at Gian Gonzalez in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. And today we're here with the 2014 Yamaha YZ450F. I'm going to show you a little pre-ride inspection and some maintenance to touch on just to stay safe at the track before race, before practice, before any type of riding is done. What I tend to do is start from the bottom of the bike and work my way up so I touch on everything and don't forget anything. So let's jump right into it. Basically, I like to start here at the rear of the bike. You want to check your tire for any inconsistencies in the tread pattern, in the knobbies, anything like that that might cause a problem out there on the track or on the trail. You also want to take good note on the tension of your chain. I like to use the 3-finger rule, so it's basically going to be 3 fingers right here on the chain slider. This one, as you can see, is a little off. All depends on where you're going to ride and how you're going to ride, but you want to make sure that your chain is properly adjusted, lubricated, clean. This is going to be the life of your bike and the rideability. You also want to check your sprocket to make sure there's no inconsistent wear or overwear from not changing it. Your chain is affected by your sprocket, and the rear wheel drive is affected by your sprocket itself. Also, you want to check your rear brake pads. You want to check for any inconsistencies in the brake pad wear or too much wear. And if it's time to change those, then do that as soon as possible. While you're here at the rear of the tire, you want to check your spokes. Make sure there's no loose spokes. If there are, you want to get a spoke wrench, the proper type of spoke wrench, and tighten those properly. All of these specs you'll find in your service manual or in a shop manual for your make, model, and year of motorcycle. After you've checked it over, you want to make sure you have the proper air pressure in your tire. I like to run 10 to 12 pounds. You might do something different. That's just my opinion. All depending on where you're riding, how you're riding, and your level of riding experience. After the rear wheel, you want to go ahead and check your foot peg and the spring just to make sure there's no damage and everything is good to go there so they can keep you safe on your motorcycle. While you're down here, you also want to check your oil level and coloring. If it's too dark, that tends to mean that you need to go ahead and change your oil. Just check it out right there. Make it a force of habit before you ride every time. And if you need to top it off, you can access your oil fill cap very easily. Moving to the front of the bike, we want to check it much like the rear tire. You want to check the knobbies on the tire itself. Any inconsistencies, anything that might look dangerous, not normal wear, anything like that. You also want to check your air pressure, and you want to check your spokes while you're here. Any loose spokes need to be addressed. If you leave loose spokes on a wheel in the future, it's just going to make it worse for your wallet and for your health, for your safety. You also want to check your brake pads and just check them to make sure everything is good there, the thickness is the way it should be, and just keep you riding safe. Next, we're going to move to the top of the bike in the handlebar area. What you want to do is check your levers, your cables, throttle. Make sure everything is just working properly the way it should. You also want to check your suspension. Now, on some bikes, you will find the smaller bikes do not have an air release valve on the front forks. The bigger bikes, 250s, 450s, some of the 150s, most of the 125s, 2-strokes and things of that nature will have this. Whenever you ride around with your bike in the back of your truck or on your trailer and it's strapped down, it builds air, and you want to let that air out before you start riding because it's going to differ in the rideability of your motorcycle. There's basically 2 screws, one in each fork that you want to release. You release it and you will hear the air be removed when you do that. If you don't feel comfortable, then please don't do it and let your service department show you how. Do not mistake the air valves for the compression settings. Moving right along, you want to move down and check your fuel vent hose. Your fuel vent hose, basically it's taken off very easily, but you just want to check it for any obstructions or anything that might be blocking the regular job that it has, basically venting your fuel tank. You also, on this bike, the fuel tank is under the seat, which is pretty nifty, of course, but you want to check your air filter. Now, most guys have their air filters hidden underneath their seat. This one happens to be right here. You want to make sure it's clean, it's properly oiled, everything is good to go when it comes to your air filter, because this is the way your motorcycle breathes. Finally, you want to move to the back of the bike where the exhaust is. Just give it a good tug, make sure everything is good to go and tightened down. Also, if you have a wash plug in from the last time you washed the bike, take it out before you start it. Last but not least, you want to check that you have the proper amount of brake fluid in your rear brake. You can look at it through the service window there, or you can take the top off. Also, you want to make sure that you have enough radiator fluid. Pop the cap off and just check it out, top it off if needed. And while you're here, look at your front brake fluid. You also have a service window there that you can look at, or you can take the top off to check it out.
All right, guys, well, that wraps it up for this episode. I want to thank Gabe for joining us today. Also, if you have any questions or comments or any future how-to videos, be sure to let us know. We'd be more than happy to help you out with that. In the meantime, if you're in the Baton Rouge area, be sure to come on down and see our phenomenal service department. It's 666 Chippewa Street in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Until next time, don't forget, gas is on the right.